Being stuck and in a rut is a tough place to be. Today's video, I'm going to go through some tips on how to get out of that place of being stuck, getting out of that rut, and smashing those goals. Alright guys, so today's email came in and it was all about being stuck. I'm in a rut. How do I get out of it? And I get a lot of these questions about being stuck. It's something that occurs to all of us. So I don't want you guys to ever feel that, hey, I'm stuck, I'm worthless, I'm no good. I get these emails, and the first things first, you got to get your mindset out of that. Everybody gets stuck, everybody gets in a rut, everybody goes through their downtime, they're doing something, they're setting some goals, and boom, nothing's working. So your mindset is the first thing that you got to fix up. It's not that hard to do, but it's probably one of the hardest things to do when you feel like, that how come nothing's working, like this, like I'm never gonna achieve this. And this goes for anything there where you're setting goals. In the case of this email, it's gonna be directed around business, and the reality is that when we look at how we're doing something that we have decided to do, and there's a movement forward and it's working, but then all of a sudden it stops, we gotta ask ourselves, within this moment of success that we're happening, did we stop doing something? Did we stop doing the things that brought us that immediate success? If this is the case, then we got to go back and address it and start doing those things. It could be as something as simple as if you're working out and all of a sudden you stop building the changes that you want to see. You stop building up on all the growth, and you need to go back and maybe you've changed something, retweak it, and get back to doing those things because clearly they were working. Most of the time when we get these emails or coach calls, it is because of that. People have stopped doing the things that they were doing to bring them success. Now, if that's not the case and you're doing everything and you're like, Nico, I'm doing everything, it's not working, what can I do? Very simple. Take a step back and really look at everything you have been doing, okay? Where the success stopped and why. We need to figure out that portion. It could have been that it wasn't even working for you, but because maybe you just started a business and you knew people and they just kind of referred you, and the referrals stopped coming in. Now you got to go to the drawing board and figure out, okay, that worked, but how do I get more referrals now? Because clearly they stopped coming in. That is the first stage. The second stage then becomes, what are other people doing out there? How are they doing it? How are they seeing success? We have to assume they are having success with what they're doing and try the things they're doing. This could be as simple as, hey, I'm a coach and I'm looking at what these guys are doing with their social media. Maybe I should start doing content the way they're doing it. Maybe it'll bring me success too. And then we write all these things down, and lastly we analyze what is best for us, and we then execute. This could take a couple days, could take a week, could take a month. I don't know. It depends on what your issue is of why you're stuck in this rut. The email. Hi Nikos, thanks for all that you do. Thank you, I appreciate that. I have watched several of your videos and thought I should send you a quick email and ask, what would you do if your business stopped making money all of a sudden? I've been there. Don't worry. I think everybody has who's got a business. I have a small bookkeeping business and it was growing fine up until the last few months. I keep networking to meet new people, but nothing has presented itself. What would you suggest? All right, first things first. Your mindset needs to go to, you're in the best season to do bookkeeping, period. Accountants and bookkeepers at this moment are starting to gear up for tax season, especially when you're looking at it from a perspective of business side, and there's so many things you could be doing to go out and find business. What were you doing before you started this whole rut? Okay, what is the fundamental few things that you would describe? How would you describe it that you were doing and it was working well for you? Are you still doing them? If you're not, then go back to those. What ends up happening, like say you said you're networking, well yeah, you start networking and then your skill sets on networking change and they get better, but you also pick up the bad stuff that other people are doing and you forget to go back to the basics of what brought you success with networking. So let's look at all that. Have you changed anything that way? Secondly, what can you do to implement some new forms of networking? I love networking. It's my go-to thing when I'm struggling. You jump back into networking and bada bing, bada boom, within a month, you're back on your feet if you're ever struggling. You just have to make sure you know what is the right networking event for you and how do you approach people so that you can land these contracts quicker. This is probably one of the challenging things that you're gonna have to do, but to make it easier, I suggest this. Jump in and look at the niches that exist within your environment. So if you're in a town of 200,000-300,000 people, pretty much every industry will be covered. But if you're a smaller town, you'll have less of these niches that you can look at. If you're out more into the countryside, then you'll look at farmers and that kind of those kind of industries. Now, if you're in the city, well, let's pick a couple niches that you really like and go approach other bookkeepers, accountants, lawyers, people that are in that scene and servicing their clients. What will end up happening is there's some accountants that service everything, but most of them are in niches, and same with bookkeepers, and they like to work towards one certain type of industry or two or three, but they like to really focus on that. You want to connect with them, and what's going to happen is they are getting busy. This is a busy season, and they might not be able to take on clients. What your goal is to say is, hey, I got like 23 hours. I'd love to get some more work over this time. And what you'll see happening is they will get new clients coming in, and they won't be able to handle that workload. They might outsource it to you. Secondly, they might just send the clients over. And if that happens, great, because you got the time and off we go. Now, why I'm saying that certain niche, because if you really go approach that and you meet somebody who's in a certain niche, they know that you are good at that. You can label off 2, 3, 4 different types, but being a generalist will be advantageous as well, but it's more advantageous to go on a niche format to start. And then once you meet all these people, you start connecting with them, shoot them a message about 3-4 weeks later and be like, hey, we met a while back, I've been doing great, but I still got 5 to 10 hours here that I'd love to fill out, and I got nights. I really want to really work it hard this tax season. And what you'll see is some progress being made. I mean, I've gone to accountants during tax season, and they're like, we're just overloaded. I know accountants, they all hang out together. They're all chilled. They want to see success. There's so much business in accounting that you'll never be out of business. The problem is picking up the right clients and growing your book so that you can get everybody on retainer, and you don't have to worry about consistently going out networking and picking up more clients. Once you get the next 20 hours filled up, then you look at how you can grow and expand your business through a retainer format that makes sense and you're consistently busy. Try these things out. I know it will work, and you want to work with these people. Just sit down, look at the niches, and go network directly to those people, and from there offer up your services and really work. And what will happen, you'll see this thing where it starts growing, and you're going to want to change and move into more niches and expanding in that manner as well. This is Nico's RentusMentorsApproach.com. Please comment, like, and subscribe.